One crucial component of the vehicle's braking system is the caliper piston. You will have severe problems with braking if the caliper piston does not compress. What can be done if this part seizes, and why? We go over the top 5 reasons why caliper pistons break in this guide. We also consider replacing or repairing the brake caliper and estimate the associated expenses. Please ensure you've subscribed to the channel and let's get to the point. Corroded piston. The piston is inherently prone to corrosion due to its metal construction. The caliper pistons might not work properly if they rust or corrode. When driving, this problem may also cause an odd rubbing noise coming from the front wheels. Maintaining clean, debris-free calipers is the best defense against this. Periodically inspect the calipers and remove any rust residue, no matter how minor. Additionally, corrosion can be avoided by continuing to use your car on a regular basis. This issue is more likely to arise if you intend to store your vehicle for any length of time. Worn piston boot, or seal. Seals are used on the pistons to stop leaks. However, over time these seals are also prone to deterioration. Water can enter the piston when the rubber deteriorates, which exacerbates the corrosion problem. The piston cannot correctly retract back into the housing if the seal is broken. Even when you are not applying pressure to the brake pedal, this condition maintains the brake pad's contact with the rotor. Incorrect windback procedure. Certain brake systems require the pistons to be compressed using a specialized windback tool. You might not be able to get the pistons retracted if you don't use the tool, or if you do it incorrectly. Because of this, it's crucial to always heed the guidance provided in the factory service manual. A windback tool saves a ton of time, even if it is not required. Most auto parts stores are happy to rent them out to customers if you don't have one. Collapsed brake hose. The hydraulic fluid is transported by brake hoses from the master cylinder to the calipers and back. A collapsed brake hose can result from contaminated fluid damaging the brake hoses. The brake caliper piston becomes stuck because the fluid cannot return to the master cylinder. Unfortunately, the hose's internal collapse is not visible from the outside. Usually, there are no fluid leaks or other wear indicators visible. Stepping on the pedal while the bleeder valve is open is one method of determining whether a brake hose is collapsed. The hose's internal construction might be harmed if no fluid emerges. Electric rear pistons need a reset with scan tool. Although you might have a code scanner to read engine trouble codes, the more sophisticated models are useful for other purposes as well. There are actually a lot of features that you most likely aren't aware of. For instance, the rear wheels of more recent vehicles are equipped with an electronic parking brake. Retraction of the caliper pistons with this configuration frequently requires a compatible code scanner. Before the brakes will retract, they must be in a specific service mode. We never advise doing it without the scan tool, even though some people say they can. To make sure everything functions as intended, it's best to use a code scanner and adhere to the manufacturer's instructions. Should you repair or replace a stuck brake caliper? Giving advice on this question is challenging because every situation is unique. You might be able to avoid a replacement if you can compress the stuck pistons using one of our recommendations below. If they are sticky, you should still clean them off and attempt to get them to function normally once more. Another option is to use new parts to fix the caliper. Nevertheless, this approach is time-consuming and typically doesn't result in significant cost savings. It's usually preferable to just replace the brake caliper and enjoy the peace of mind that comes with having a new part installed, rather than enduring the hassle. This is the primary braking system that we are discussing after all. Cost to fix a seized caliper. Depending on the kind of car you drive and the cost of labor in your area, replacing the brake caliper could cost you between $250 and $500. If you can, it is far more cost-effective to replace the caliper yourself, because parts cost between $100 and $300. However, the cost of repair might be different if the stuck caliper is caused by something else, like a broken hose. To see what you are looking at, get an estimate from a nearby service center. Hope this will help to solve your caliper-related issues.